Hi friends, welcome to the channel The Nurse. Here we are discussing about radiation therapy. Radiation therapy definition is it destroys the cancer cells' ability to grow. Radiation therapy destroys the cancer cells' ability to grow, also destroys minimal normal cells. So purpose of the radiation therapy is destroys the cancer cells' ability to grow. Along with that, very minimal normal cells destruction also there. Now we can check the uses of radiotherapy. First one, before surgery to shrink the tumor. So it is usually using for cancer cells. So before surgery, radiotherapy help to shrink the tumor. Shrink means it will reduce the size of tumor. So it is easy to remove by surgery. Second use, after surgery to stop the growth of the remaining tumor or to prevent a recurrence. So post-surgical also it is using. Radiotherapy will help to stop the growth of remaining tumor or to prevent a recurrence. In surgeries like brain, they can remove 100% of the tumor. So in this case, the radiation therapy will reduce the growth of remaining tumor. Or sometimes it is also helps to prevent a recurrence of the tumor growth. So first one is before the surgery it used to shrink the tumor. Second use is after surgery, that is to stop growth of remaining tumor or prevent a recurrence. Third use is in conjunction with the chemotherapy to shrink the tumor. So here chemotherapy and radiation therapy is used to shrink the tumor. So it will be more helpful to reduce the size of tumor. Both chemotherapy and radiation therapy uses here. Next, types of radiation therapy. First one is external radiation therapy. Second one is internal radiation therapy. So two types of radiation therapies are there, external and internal radiation therapy. So first we can check the types of external radiation therapy. The external radiation therapy also subdivided into certain types. So we can check that one. First one, conformal radiation therapy. First type of external radiation therapy is conformal radiation therapy. Second one is intensity modulated radiotherapy or IMRT. Intensity modulated radiotherapy or IMRT. Third type is image guided radiotherapy or IGRT. Image guided radiotherapy is an example of external radiation therapy. Fourth one is 4-dimensional radiotherapy or 4DRT. 4-dimensional radiotherapy or 4DRT. Fifth one is stereotactic radiotherapy or SABR and radiosurgery. Stereotactic radiotherapy and radiosurgery, that is SRS. Sixth one is adaptive radiotherapy. So total 6 types of radiation therapy are there. External radiation therapy are there. Conformal radiotherapy, intensity modulated radiotherapy, image guided radiotherapy, 4-dimensional radiotherapy, stereotactic radiotherapy and radiosurgery, adaptive radiotherapy. I am not going into deep into the types. So we can check some general information regarding external radiation therapy. For external radiation therapy, the client must lie still on the X-ray table. The client must lie still on the X-ray table. So there will be a source of radiotherapy source. So it is like X-ray. So patient should lie on the X-ray table. The client will be marked with the water soluble ink to define the area of treatment. Do not wash the marks off. So before that radiation therapy, the doctor or technician will mark the area of the radiation therapy with water soluble ink. So they can identify the area and give radiation to that particular specific area only. So next we can check the side effects of external radiation. First one is anorexia, nausea and vomiting. First side effects of external radiation therapy is anorexia, nausea and vomiting. Next one, skin irritation. The radiation point where it is given the radiation therapy, there will be some skin irritation will be there as a side effect of external radiation. So some people have hair loss or alopecia. After external radiation therapy, some people may have hair loss or alopecia. So what are the things we need to teach the patient? First one, not to apply soap, deodorant, lotion, perfume or topical medication to skin. Not to apply soap, deodorant, lotion, perfume or topical medication to the skin. To avoid extreme heat and cold to the skin. To avoid extreme heat and cold to the skin. Because due to the radiation therapy, there is a chance to destruction of the nerve endings, so patient cannot be identify the heat and cold on that area. So please avoid extreme heat and cold to the skin. Third one is to avoid rubbing the area. So patient, as a side effect of the radiation therapy, patient may feel itching, but patient should not rub the area. Fourth one is wear loose clothes. So instruct the patient to wear loose clothes. Next one is to use electric shaver, not safety razor. So instruct the patient to use electric shaver only, not safety razor. Sixth one is to wear a sunscreen. Sunscreen in the sense of umbrella or a cap. So it will avoid direct sunlight exposure. So seventh one is, if a wet reaction occurs, wash with water and keep open and can use antibiotic cream. Wet reaction means after the external radiation therapy, the skin area will be a moist like reaction will be there. For that only it's called wet reactions. So if it is happened, wash with water and keep it open. And you can use an antibiotic cream on that area. So these are the things we need to instruct the patient who are underwent radiation therapy. Next, we can check the internal radiation therapy. Internal radiation therapy. First, we can check the types of internal radiation therapy. First one is brachytherapy. Second one is radioisotope therapy. Fourth one is radioimmunotherapy. Fourth one is radio embolization therapy. So these are the types of internal radiation therapy. First we can check the definition of brachytherapy. Brachytherapy places a sealed container of a radioactive substance directly into tumor. In brachytherapy, places a sealed container of a radioactive substance directly into a tumor. So that is brachytherapy. A sealed container will place directly into the tumor. The brachytherapy also different types. First one is interstitial brachytherapy. Interstitial brachytherapy means we told that radioisotope will directly keep inside the tumor. That is called interstitial brachytherapy. Second one is intracavitary brachytherapy. Intracavitary brachytherapy, that means the radioisotope will place inside the cavity. It is usually used cases of cervical cancer. So radioisotope will keep inside the cervix. The cervical cavity will get the radiation. Third one is intraluminary brachytherapy. Intraluminary brachytherapy means the radioisotope or that material, radioisotope material will keep inside the lumen. This type of brachytherapy is used for cancer of the esophagus, trachea, like that. That lumen we can treat easily by intraluminary brachytherapy. Next one is plaque brachytherapy or surface brachytherapy. In plaque brachytherapy or surface brachytherapy, the radioactive isotope will keep on the surface of the skin. This kind of brachytherapy is used for the cancer of the skin. So we have discussed 4 types of brachytherapy. They are interstitial brachytherapy, intracavitary brachytherapy, intraluminary brachytherapy, plaque brachytherapy, or surface brachytherapy. Then, according to the dose of radiation, brachytherapy again subdivided into high dose brachytherapy and low dose brachytherapy. In high dose brachytherapy, it is a short span of radiation therapy. In these, high doses of radioactive isotope infuse into the tumor for a very short time. High dose of radiation material inject into the tumor. So the time of the radiation therapy is very minimal. But low dose brachytherapy, very minimal amount of radiation amount is infused or injected into the radiation tumor, but it will take more time. Gradual infusion of radioisotope happening in low dose brachytherapy. Radioisotope, second type of internal radiation therapy is radioisotope therapy or radionuclide therapy. That means radioisotope therapy travels through the blood to reach cells all over the body. In this, the radioisotope inject into the bloodstream, it will reach the target points. That is called radioisotope therapy or radionuclide therapy. Third one of internal radiation therapy, that is radioimmunotherapy. In radioimmunotherapy, it is a combined therapy, radiation therapy with monoclonal antibodies. So in this radiation therapy, it is a combined therapy with monoclonal antibodies. Monoclonal antibodies is a type of immunotherapy that is specifically for the target cancer cells. So monoclonal antibodies will target specifically for the certain cancer cells, so it will be easy to treat. So radioimmunotherapy is a combined radiation therapy with monoclonal antibodies. Last one of the internal radiation therapy is a radioembolization. In radioembolization, it is also a combined radiation therapy with embolization. It gives radiation directly to the tumor using tiny radioactive beads. Here is an example in that picture. That is the ball-like material. That is the tiny radioactive beads. It is called microspheres. So it will give the radiation to the target tumor cells. So radioembolization therapy, it is a combined therapy with embolization. It gives radiation directly to the tumor using radioactive beads or microspheres. These are the radioactive beads inside the blood vessels. So it will give radiation to the tumor cell and destroy them. So we have discussed 4 types of internal radiation therapy. Next important points in the internal radiation therapy. First one is, can be implanted into the body cavity or directly into the tumor. In internal radiation, we can implant into the radioactive material, we can implant into the body cavity or directly into the tumor. Second one is, it might require the use of a private room with lead walls. So we are dealing with the radioactive materials, so we need a lead covered room. Otherwise, the radiation will spread to outside also. So it is important that the treatment room should be covered with lead covers, lead walls. Third one is limit the number of staff, visitors and time in the room. So this is an important thing. The radiation therapy room, we need to restrict the number of staff and the duration of the time spent in that room, because if you are spending maximum duration in the radio therapy room, the exposure will be maximum. If you are reducing the exposure time, so you will not get that complication due to radiation therapy. So limit the number of staff or visitor and time in the room, time duration in the room. Fourth one is, it might require body excretion precaution. It may require body excretion precaution because after internal therapy, the radioisotope will excrete through urine or other body fluids. So we should care regarding body. We should take care of body excretion precautions. Next one is, if the radiation source falls out, the radiation source, that means if you are implanted a radioisotope in any cavity or somewhere, if it falls out from that area, do not touch it with bare hands. So it is a radioactive material, so do not touch it with bare hands. Pick it up with a long forceps and place them in a lead container that should be in the client's room. So those patients are getting radiotherapy, internal radiotherapy. The patient room should have a lead container. If it falls off, we need to take it with a long forceps and keep it in a lead container. Only you keep it in a lead container, otherwise it will spread to other nearby areas. Next one is limit radiation exposure. So if you are a nurse treating with the radiotherapy, patient getting radiotherapy, you need to limit radiation exposure. That is by keep your distance. Exposure we can control by keeping a distance. Radiation exposure is decreased with the distance. If you are keeping a more distance, the exposure will be less. If you are keeping less distance, exposure risk is high. So keep a distance with radiotherapy patient or while doing radiotherapy. Next thing is limit the time of exposure. That is, if you are increasing the time of exposure, that is if you are caring the patient or if you are going inside the radiotherapy room more time, it will increase the risk of more exposure. Next one is emotional support of the patient getting radiotherapy. Emotional support of the patient getting radiotherapy. First one is coping with the loss of health or body part. So we need to support the patient emotionally and physically to overcome the stress. Next one is encourage clients and families to verbalize feelings. By verbalizing the feelings, patients' anxiety will reduce. So encourage the client and family to verbalize their feelings. It will reduce their anxiety and stress level. Third one is support service. We need to provide support service like hospice service or other social counseling service, etc. to the patient. It will also give them emotional support. So coping with the loss of health or body part, first the patient will have the grief response like DAPDA. That is, first one is denial, characterized by shock, disbelief, isolation and detachment. Second one is anger. The client might try to control the situation by becoming demanding. Ask, why me? Third one is bargaining. Client will bargain for time by making promises, usually to God, in an attempt to postpone the inevitable. Fourth one is depression. Sadness overwhelms as the impact of the loss becomes real. Fifth one is acceptance, last stage. So characterized by a void in feeling and by diminished communication or disengagement from worldly concerns. Loved ones need support at this time. So that is the stages of emotional support. Support services are mainly the hospice and the counseling. Hospice means it provides palliative and supportive care to terminally ill persons and their families. Hospice care means provides palliative and supportive care to terminally ill persons and their families. Primary medical concern is pain control and comfort measures. So patient will be in terminally ill. So primary concern is to reduce the pain and comfort measures. Because in terminally ill patient there is no cure for that condition. So symptomatic management only. In that, pain management is the primary concern. Third one is emphasis on emotional support. So here also emotional support is important thing. So these are the hospice care. Then we can discuss about nursing diagnosis related to chemotherapy and radiation therapy. First one is the risk of activity tolerance. So patient cannot perform the normal routines procedures. So there will be activity intolerance. Second one, because of new condition and stress, patient may have anxiety. Third one is disturbed body image. Because of surgical management or removal, patient may lose the body parts. So that will lead to disturbed body image. The risk for caregiver role in strain. If patient is a mother or sister, like caregiver role, patient will lose due to the disease progress. So that is a risk. And next one is risk for infection. So due to immunotherapy and chemotherapy, the patient immunity level will be low. So there is a risk for infection. Nausea and vomiting are the common complication of the chemotherapy and radiation therapy. Impaired oral mucous membrane, that is also, it will be there. Powerlessness, the patient will be weak. So powerlessness will be there. Risk for impaired skin integrity, due to radiation therapy, the skin may have some irritability or wet reactions. So there will be a chance for risk for impaired skin integrity. So these are the main nursing diagnosis. So here we are discussed about radiation therapy, definition and uses of radiation therapy. The main two types of radiation therapy we discussed: internal and external radiation therapy. External radiation therapy types and its uses we discussed here. Also side effects of external radiation therapy we discussed. Then we discussed about internal radiation therapy, definition and types of internal radiation therapy. And in that internal radiation therapy we also discussed about the subtypes of brachytherapy and other types of internal radiation therapy. And finally we discussed about the emotional support and nursing diagnosis of the radiation therapy. So that is about radiation therapy. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and share. If you are not subscribed to our channel, please subscribe. Thank you.